Well, if you plan on doing some yard work this weekend, here's a weekend gardener with some tips for you this morning.
Hello gardening friends, welcome to the Weekend Gardener. I'm John Dromgoole. Don't need that for a few moments, my cameraman's 10 feet away, that's pretty nice. And so we're going to talk a little bit about those fall tomatoes that should be going in over these next couple of weeks. It's a good another season for us. So there are determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. A determinate tomato grows, well here's this cage, it grows about that big, maybe a little bit larger. An indeterminate grows huge, usually it's those cherry tomatoes. And so that's the big cage right there. I can support them as they grow by adding more rungs to it, and you can get a pretty big tomato on there. So determinate, indeterminate. And that's what you'll find in the garden centers also. And it will say, usually on the back of these things right here, 3 to 4 foot tall. That means it's determinate. And then here's the sun gold, a really nice one. You can plant a tomato deeper than you do other vegetables. It's probably the only one that you can do that with. And so that means that you can go way up to there while you're in the soil. Dig a nice deep hole. And what you're going to want to do is take off some of these branches and these little plants that are coming out of the sides of the branches right there. So now it goes in the bottom of the hole, but one of the things that most gardeners do is take a little bit of rock phosphate and put it on there. Helps stimulate roots right away. I'll put some on here because that's where the roots are going to come from. Along that edge are these little hairs. You can see them right in here. And here's some little roots already trying to come out right there. And so they're going to grow very quickly. I will also just go ahead and fill in all around it, covering up that bottom. But look at the soil, it's coming around already very nicely. So there it is. That's how we do it. Put in a determinate one or indeterminate one, depends on how big a garden you have, and put in a few of the determinants because they're going to produce a lot. I like to water them in with a little bit of fish emulsion and get them off to a great start. Pretty soon they'll need some nice cages and you'll be having tomatoes before you know it. And there's one more thing to remember here, and that is protect it from the hot sun with a little shade cloth like this one. It makes all the difference. For the Weekend Gardener, I'm John Dromgoole, and I'll see you next week too.